Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Kyuuyaku Megami Tensei. Last time we left off, Nakajima is dead. We are once again starting in front of the slots machines, but we're not going to stop to play any. We are just going to heal up, and everyone's back to normal, and we still got plenty of cash, so, I mean, we could gamble and get more if we wanted to, but we really don't need to. I decided to save y'all the experience of watching me walk all the way back here. We're back in the, I think it's the basement floor of Valhalla Corridor. We just took the staircase down from Gar and continued down that southern path, where I left off, where I shouldn't have last time, because I forgot something. So we are going to, well, I was supposed to, oh wait, no, we're on the right track. I'm doubting myself. So we're going to turn down here. I accidentally went the wrong way. Whoops. Just going to bank a right real quick and correct that, and then we're going to go around this corner and into this room. And we are going to run into Rick, which is honestly a very, very bland, normal person-sounding name for a demon. So, part of me wonders if this is a strength check that, like, nobody ever falls for, because, or nobody ever fails, because usually most players just put, you know, a bunch of strength stats into Nakajima's level ups or whatever, but hey, we got a free demon out of it, so let's see what the deal is here. We're gonna say goodbye to Fungus, and we're gonna summon our new friend Lakshmi, I think it is, yeah. But yeah, we have a much better demon than what we've been rolling with, so that's good news. Bufurama is pretty damn good, all things considered. Dormina's nice too, but also Recarm, so we don't have to worry about the fact that we're not, you know, carrying around that Cerberus anymore, and we have another demon that can go ahead and revive our party members, which is nice. Always want to have at least one of those if you can help it. Honestly, that's the best part about keeping around that Cerberus from the first area. But yeah, as you can see, Lakshmi has more more HP than, like, everyone else in the party. Almost as much as Nakajima and Yumiko put together, honestly, it's ridiculous. Not sure why I didn't decide to cut out the trip this time. Maybe there's a reason. Wait, no. Okay. This is the reason. So, what you can do is go on ahead and just leave the city this way. After you explore the spirit realm, and to be honest, you really don't need to do that. You know, you just might as well, I feel like, if you're playing through the game and you happen to have Cerberus in your party at this point. It's worth the experience, I feel. And you get the thing from Rick, and you get the amethyst. You're pretty much good to go, so we're actually gonna take kind of the shortcut way and just kind of go through the rest of the dungeon here. Pretty much, the area past where that spirit realm guy was, there's a staircase that leads back up and then leads to right over here anyways. So, in reality, we didn't really actually skip anything. It just kind of feels like it. There are a few unexplored nooks and crannies that are just kind of dead ends, because this is, you know, it's a maze, so I didn't feel the need to show those off. But yeah, here we go. Rag Shop. Good thing we didn't give that werecat that amethyst that it asked for in that negotiation, because we're gonna need this. So we actually don't need this for this area, but you might as well do it while you're here. You can trade in that amethyst for Ares' necklace, and we're gonna need this for plot stuff later on. That is not a good business model, my friend, but whatever floats your boat, Rag. But yeah, you can get the other stuff, and I do think they have a few special effects that I can't remember off the top of my head. Like, I think one of them might just be like a full heal, and one of them might be like you get a consumable. I think they both give consumable items. I can't quite remember off the top of my head, but I'm sure you can find them online. We're gonna fight this elf here, and I just wanted to show off we still are pretty powerful and blowing our way through this area. So it's about high time we got out of here after 3 episodes. More like 2.5, honestly. That gambling episode, we really weren't here for long. And I guess even less than that if you count the Spirit Realm as like a separate area removed from this 3rd dungeon. What is it, the new Gundam? Haha. Gundam reference. I knew I had to get one of those in there. Anyways, we probably shouldn't go back to talk to the old hypnotist, but we're gonna do that anyways because, why not? You know, let's waste some time. I decided to edit out the trip. So, I really don't know why I decided to show this off. I figured I might as well just for the sake of completionism, I guess. Yeah, this is maybe one of the most baffling NPC decisions in this entire game, in my opinion. I don't get why that guy who you run into just couldn't be like, oh hey, this is what Loki's talisman does. Instead, the game's like, hey, why don't you run back to the nearest town and talk to this hypnotist guy so you can find out what the talisman does. It's really weird because I feel like the vast majority of players aren't going to do that. And we'll probably just discover what the talisman does by running into Loki and just seeing it for themselves. It's really, really bizarre. I don't understand this game sometimes, but we've already discussed this game is weird, so... yeah, who knows. We are almost at the end of this here dungeon, though. So most of it is kind of like that weird, like, square, hollow, donut shape type thing that I described previously. But then there is, like, a little offshoot that goes into the east that does have basically the end of the dungeon is right here, so. We are right around the corner from a boss fight. Another Fury group. Those things can be kind of tricky to deal with sometimes. A little tough. This is also... I mean, Seed Fangs sound like they'd probably be heavy. But still, that is such a nonsense phrase. Decided to heal up Baku, even though Baku has not really been pulling its weight. Level 17, it's... honestly, we're almost double that at this point. I think Nakajima's like level 31, 30, about. Though I suppose if we got Werecat in this area and Werecat's like level 20, maybe it's a bit closer to the enemies than I'm giving it credit for, at least for this area. But it dies pretty fast. But, oh well, we decided to summon Werecat instead. Probably a better idea. Werecat has some pretty good skills, including Terukaja, which will be nice for the upcoming boss fight. And this room doesn't lead anywhere else, and it's kind of ominous and out of the way, so y'all probably know what that means. So we're gonna go on ahead and heal up, and get ready for a one doozy of a boss fight. I wouldn't call this hard necessarily, and I don't really think that any boss in this game is hard, per se, in the traditional sense. It's just, need to be paying attention. You need to kinda internalize how much damage they can do per round, and just make sure you're playing cautious, and I really don't think any boss in this game is too terrible. It's the same strategy for all of them. Just make sure you're not using your fire attacks, and otherwise go all out. And the more group healing spells you have in your party, the better. Really, really like this background, though. I can't, you know, overstate how much I love the little arena background like that, that you have going on in the boss fights. Looks like a cool-ass cathedral. It's just dope. So one thing I will say is I was a little disappointed by Bufurama in this fight. I think Lakshmi is a little too slow compared to Loki. Because I kept wanting to freeze him. Oh, okay, well, I guess it did go off before before he started attacking. I could have sworn that, I don't know, maybe it'll happen later on in the fight, but I could have sworn that there would be times where Bufurama would happen after Loki's attack, and it would be like, oh, well, that was useless. But either way, I did not get the chance to freeze Loki at all, which would have been really nice to be able to do, just to make it so that he would, you know, waste his turn or whatever. And since we got Werecat, we have that Terukaja, which for those of you unfamiliar with Megami Tensei spell nomenclature, Terukaja is basically offense up. In some later games, they do distinguish between Terukaja is physical attack up, but in older Megami Tensei games, it's just a flat boost to all attack, I believe, including magic. That being said, in this game, it is kind of it can be a little bit of a subtle boost. It's definitely there, and, you know, every little bit helps, but Werecat's dead, so, oh well. The buff still lasts for all of the party members that were hit by it that were alive, so that's something, but I decided to go for the revive on Werecat. I figured, I mean, Werecat probably wouldn't be living that much longer anyways, but it's nice just to have as I've said before many times in this playthrough, it's nice to have a lot of different party members to kind of be able to take hits and make sure that the humans aren't taking the brunt of the damage, because if both of them go out, obviously the whole fight is lost, and we don't want that, so figured I'd play it safe, and instead of going for DPS, I'd go for, you know, a little bit of a defensive strategy here a little bit. Sometimes that is the trickiest part of these fights, is figuring out when you should just say fuck it and go all in. I had a feel for this fight, and I kind of, at this point, you know, this is basically my third playthrough of this game, I kind of have an idea of, you know, how long these fights last, and I knew I'm still pretty early on, and I have a ways to go at whittling down this guy's HP. So I thought I should play a little bit more defensively for the start here, not just go rushing in and start losing all my demons right away. Kind of a war of attrition here. A lot of HP, a lot of defense. We do not as much damage, as you may have noticed, that we have been doing to random encounters in the area. And keep in mind, my party is, I feel pretty over-leveled for where we're at in the game. That being said, I feel like maybe that is a little, it kind of evens out with the fact that most of my demons are pretty weak, all things considered. Well, I guess, I don't know, Werecat's fine, but whatever the one I had that just died isn't. Lagoon's okay, and Lakshmi's obviously pretty damn good, but even then, Lakshmi's Bufurama ain't doing as much damage and ain't freezing enemies like I thought it would, so that is a little bit of a pain, but oh well. I think we're at the point where for most party members, that Terukaja ain't even really doing anything, but I just figured it'd probably be safer to just kind of keep throwing that up rather than just attacking with Werecat, who's probably only going to be doing like 1 HP of damage anyways, so. And Werecat's already almost dead. And actually, Yumiko's getting pretty close there, too. That's kind of scary. She's running pretty damn low on MP, too. That's not fun. Oof, yeah, that's, ooh. A lot of HP lost there. Very uncomfortable. Though, at least for a change, it's not Nakajima eating shit right away, as we've been used to this playthrough. That 11 HP worth of damage, though, on those Nakajima attacks is really, really satisfying, though, because usually you can't really expect that much for this fight. Or I guess most boss fights in general by this point in the game. And once again, just kind of summoning demons just so I have a little bit of filler. Even though I know both Baku and Fungus are probably only going to last a round or two, realistically. And I thought, you know, just for the easy healing, I'll do the Meidiyama. And also I want to save Yumiko's Meidiyama for when I really need it, because the higher someone's intellect when they use Meidiyama, the more it heals, as far as I'm aware. So I wanted to save that bigger heal for, you know, when things were looking really rough. 21 damage! God damn! That's good stuff right there. So yeah, every little bit helps, even though Baku's kind of, you know, about to die. Those extra few casts of Meidiyama and just being able to take the hit there for our other party members, it was nice to have Baku around while it lasted. It's gone now. Oh well. Lagoon's standing on strong though. It was down to like 1 HP earlier. He's making it though. He's making it. Actually, I should rewatch Creature of the Black Lagoon. It's been a hot minute since I've last seen that movie. It's a classic, though. I have the Criterion channel now. I should check out and see if it's on there. I wouldn't be surprised. It was very scary. Like, Lagoon could have died really easy right there. I'm just kind of saying fuck it and going for it at this point, but yeah, like, that could have gone really bad, and if Yumiko took 2 hits there, Yumiko could have just been dead, and that wouldn't have been good at all. Whew! That was a close one, huh? Only 1 level up this time from this boss fight, which, like I said, it's because we're, you know, we're pretty over-leveled, so can't really complain, but whew, that was a close one. Got another orb, if y'all recall. I believe we got the orb of, I think it was the orb of silence from the Minotaur. So, second orb. And that's our 3rd boss fight down. We are technically about halfway through the game, but also that's bullshit, because this next area that we're about to go through is by far the worst part of the game. And also, here's a fun little fog area for everyone to enjoy. Also, yeah, those poltergeists can do the closed status effect on you, so can't use magic. But it's Nakajima anyway, so who gives a shit? He can't use magic anyways. But yeah, this next area is just the worst, and also I really should have just ran away, because now Yumiko is closed off too. And this is just bad. Lakshmi's gonna die. It's not a good time. It's really not a good time. Please just watch this. This is embarrassing. Like, we got out of the boss fight like, hell yeah, we beat Loki, and now these fucking incubi are just like, nope. Mom said it's my turn to play the fucking Xbox. Jesus Christ. Getting owned by incubi in the fog. Not great. There we go. So we're out of there. And also, you can go over and explore this fog area, and if you look carefully, there's another amethyst in the area, so that's kind of nice. And then you just kind of go through that fog area, and in the southeastern corner, after you deal with these fuckers. I'm just running at this point. I don't want to risk a fight and get a game over, even though we really don't have that much to lose. Just don't feel like getting my money cut in half at this point. I gambled hard for that money, goddammit. This encounter rate, though, Jesus. And at this point, I'm like, ah, fuck it, it's 3 fairies, we can do this. That may have been a bad idea. This is a lot closer than I thought it would be. I forgot that these elves have, pretty hardcore status effects going on. Was a rough time for everyone involved. Kept alternating between panicked and happy, and it was, oof, yeah, it was bad. Alright, let's go on through. And it's another fucking fight. At least it's only one this time, so we're good. Okay, we're here. We're in Mazurka. Fuck this area, I hate it so much, it's so bad. It's the longest area in the game by far. And it's mostly all filler. It's just very bad. This is by far going to be the longest part of this playthrough. I'm guesstimating 4 episodes dedicated to this one dungeon alone. We'll see how much of it I actually show off, because frankly, a lot of it really isn't worth showing off. It's just a lot of walking, and it's bad, and I hate it. And this is like the one part of this game that, like, when I was gonna be like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, let's play Kyuuyaku Megami Tensei, I was like, oh yeah, Mazurka though. Yeah, there's a lot that goes into why this area is such a dreadful experience. Some things I think are decent, you know, for adding challenge, and other things are just you know, it's just more of the fact that this area is just a fucking slog to go through in terms of actually just being long and being a lot of walking and exploring and getting lost and stuff. So yeah, we'll see how much of this I actually show off. Oh, but one thing though that is kind of nice, we can just use the elevator in this area, so you know, we can skip ahead if we want to. They kind of intended for that, which is nice. And I thought I'd explore the Cathedral of Shadows and just see what I could fuse. And the answer? Fucking almost nothing. Look at that fusion chart. It is dreadful. We have one possible fusion option available with 7 demons. It's so bad. It is so bad. This, though, I'm a grind for this, I think, because that demon looks pretty fucking cool. I could use another powerful demon with Bufurama and Midiyama to join Lakshmi. But theoretically, we could fuse this Apis too, but I didn't really feel the need to. We can do better than Zan and Dia at this point in the game. And I just wanted to explore what I could get with fusing Lakshmi. And the answer is just another Chimera, because of course it is, so... yeah, that's that. Join me next time as I start my suffering through this dreadful, dreadful 4th dungeon of Kyuuyaku Megami Tensei. Until then, hope you all have a good time. I'll try not to keep you all waiting as long as I have before, and yeah, have a good night. Bye.